And a young lady was on Snapchat on an account called Somali TV, all right? So a question that she asked was, why do educated Somali men not marry, educated Somali men not marry educated Somali women, but choose to marry uneducated Somali women? And some of the answers, because I was on Snapchat, were just ridiculous. A lot of the men were saying, are you ready for this? The educated women are very hard to control, and they wouldn't be ralio. First of all, what is ralio? Can somebody just like scream out the definition if you like, just give me an idea? Because I think it's very accommodating. Is it really submissive?
First off, these are not my views. Cool, وقف قاعد فكرة ما قرأت قف شيء أكون كرنيه ما قرأت قف سريرت وجا جنيه قف حافظ تشوف قف حافظ دكتوري قف كرنيس قف كشكوهيس قف كفكرين ما قرأت.
Okay, so basically, harta A, pretty much. I got you. We'll get you a German Shepherd if you want, but I understand. Okay, so my question to everybody, including the panelists, right? You see what these men are. You see what these men are saying, all right? Is this true? Like, is it true that these men that are educated, and I'll go to you. What do you think? Like, are these men really don't want educated women? Why am I going to school day in and day out? Why was I not raised like a cow? Feed me, plump me up, sell me off, and then I now, cook for that guy.
I don't know. I don't want to say all men.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I don't want to get attacked, but I really mean all men. Anyway, I just feel like I don't know if they just say it to say it, because I have some friends and they'll be like, yeah, she can get her degree, but when we get together, like, I want her to stay home. What world, fam? I don't understand. Like, I didn't go to school for countless amount of years to sit at home, but I don't know what man wants to just sit there and work all day. Like, we live in America, it's hard. Like, you're gonna need two people bringing bread home. So
dual income.
So I don't know. I definitely do think that's 100% of the Somali generation now. They think that way, but I think it's a bluff.
Do you?
I really don't think they want a girl sitting at home. Like,
they just say it,
especially the generation now. I wouldn't speak for the ones before. They definitely want you to stay home, but the ones now, I think they just say it to say it. Mostly, I don't think they would actually want a woman to stay home.
All right, Ash, you're just give me 1 second. Hey, girl, you work. You're on TV. You're popping. What's going on with the Somali men? Are they scared of educated women, strong women, people that have money?
See, I haven't heard that though.
Really?
No, that's why I was like, I'm gonna go with her and say, I'm gonna call that bluff. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love someone who can cook and clean for me and make my bed. And have everything situated. But no, honestly, I haven't heard it, but I don't think it's all men. I'm gonna let you chime in because you seem passionate about that.
He's upset. He's in the corner sulking.
So, it's not a myth. I'm not saying I believe it.
Okay.
But, conversations amongst friends. They really want a submissive wife. And obviously it's not good, like a good mentality. But Somali culture is evolving, so you have to just accept that. We have to acknowledge that's what it is. Like, you guys just think it's myths and attack it head on, and I'm sure most of the men in here want educated women because they're here at this type of event. I'm sure to see SHEEKO and see some shawties, you feel me? So if they wanted a submissive woman, I can go somewhere else. I don't know where you find submissive women, but I'm sure they came here for educated women as well.
Well, I think it's an influence of like how some of these men have grown up with their parents.
Okay.
The mothers being at home, usually that's what they're used to, right? And a lot of the men get catered to by our mothers. I've witnessed it, like, I'll see a plate all made up and I'll try to eat it and my mom will be like, that's for your brother. So they do get catered to, and I think they assume that translates into their marriages, right? I don't see anything wrong with a dual income household, but I do feel like it's a sense of control as well. If the girl doesn't have an income, the man has a lot more control in the marriage, and the girl will most likely not want to walk out of the marriage. She has nowhere else to go, right? And it's that sense of control that they're craving. I would assume these guys that are asking for that are control. Like they want that control, basically.
What? So here's my other thing. Is it about money though? Like I'll ask you, Sal. Like, is it about the money? Like, if I make 100 grand and you make 50, is that too much of a big difference for you?
We gotta put it in perspective. I'm not trying to say, okay, psychology of men, they want to feel needed. You know what I mean? They want to feel needed. They want to be like the
Providers.
The providers of the family, right? And Somali women, for the most part, are raised to be single mothers and not to meet men and niggas and shit and all that bullshit, right? So I want to be needed, hypothetically speaking, and every girl I see doesn't need me necessarily.
Yeah.
I guess that's a weak state of mind to think like that, but that's the reality of the situation.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man.
Okay, so let's flip it for a minute. Let's just flip it on its
I
head.
think faults on both sides.
If it was the other way around, right? You young ladies, if you would meet a guy, you're all professionals, he works at a call center, he makes 40 grand, you make way more, right? Is that an issue for you?
Yes.
Why? No, don't clap. I'm asking a question. Fuck that shit, nigga. Okay, gender roles. We want to go to the future. We want to change gender roles. I respect that. I love that. You want a man to respect your, right to work and education. I love that. I have sisters. I have cousins. I want them to. My daughter, inshallah, someday I want them to be like you guys in here. So you want to change your gender roles, but like, you don't want your man
A call
to.
center though?
Why does that matter? Okay. So what if I said, my wife, if you don't cook and clean, I don't want you. That's unacceptable.
Let me explain.
That's a gender role.
Give her
That's
the
a
mic,
gender role
give
that
her
you
the
want to change. Why can't you change my gender role?
Let's see if we get the other mic.
Okay, there's a difference. Those are like gender roles, and we're talking about occupations. So if you're working at a call center, that's like a high school job, something that you do on the side. You can make 40,000, like for instance, doing like a startup company. That's okay because you have aspirations to get better. Call center, that's something you just stay with, and that you want. Like people do that, like now, going to school and doing a call center. That's not something that I can see myself doing.
I understand. No one wants a bum nigga. I feel you there. No one wants a bum. You want a nigga with dreams, aspirations.
Yeah.
But the previous value of a man is based off of his occupation and how much money he makes. Right?
Yes, but you're saying in comparison of me making like 100K, you making 40K, but because you're working at a call center, I'm like a doctor. There's like a big difference.
But why is
there.
my value based on how much I make? What if I'm a great man? What if I have deeds?
That's-
What if I have good values?
No,
What if
but
I
we were
love
just
you?
talking about
What if I can cook? What if I can
Also, do you have this man that you're talking
clean?
about?
Me, it's me. I'm that nigga.
No, go ahead. No,
I honestly, those are like great qualities, but you have to think like, I can't be working like day in and day out as like a doctor or something, and you're doing a 9 to 5 at a call center. Like that's not enough. That's not even like spaced out.
But my value is solely off of how much I make in my occupation. Why is that?
I don't think that's what you said.
I don't think that's what, I think what you're trying to take what I say, like the little bits
Okay,
and
okay. Go ahead. I get what your point.
Let me help you out. Wait, before you go. I really have a question for you. Is money the issue with you? I'm gonna give you the same question I gave him. 10 grand difference, is that an issue for you? 50 grand difference, is that an issue for you? Let's stick with the money first. Go ahead.
No.
The money isn't the issue with me, it's the occupation that's the issue with me. You have to put in the same amount of work
It's
as
ambition.
I make. It's the ambition.
I feel you.
Okay, it's the end goal. What's your end goal? Do you see yourself just being at the call center when we...
Well, what if my ambition is just to be a good husband? Why does my ambition have to be to make money for you?
So I said yes because number one,
Thank you.
hold on. What we were talking about, so let's go back to gender roles, all right? So obviously I'm making 70 cents to your dollar, right? So if you're making less than me, then you really haven't set the bar very high for yourself. Granted, certain ambition will get you to a certain place in life, right? And so I will say, if you have someone who is educated, ambitious, they will be making more than you in the United States because you make less than men do. So if he's making less than you, then obviously he's not very ambitious. And you want someone who is going to encourage you. You want someone who you can build off of with each other. But to me, wait, so then back to what you're saying. Yes, there are people that are making a lot of money who are not good people. We're not talking about that. We're just talking strictly about, say, someone who you have something in common with if they, if they make less than you.
Yeah.
But I will elaborate on that as well and say that, okay, so you're, like you explained, you're a good husband,
Great husband.
great husband. That's It's honestly, it's not enough though. Like, you can be a great husband and still make more, but I need you to get to work. Like, I need you to.
Okay, can I respond back to her? Okay, yeah, things don't work out as we planned, that's a given.
And by the way, health, like, she brought up a really good point, like, there's accidents that can happen, subhanAllah, like, you're a doctor,
No, we're not
and then,
talking about setbacks,
like,
though.
I completely, that's a setback. I mean, a healthy individual with 2 hands, 2 legs, a mental capacity to work, like, this is a healthy human being that works at a call center.
Okay, let's just take it as he's healthy, but just shit didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
It happens, it's life. But it's like, are you happy though? Like if he's happy, I completely understand. Because if he's not, you're gonna reflect that on me. You're gonna try to make me feel bad.
Yeah.
You're gonna start resenting me.
Yeah.
And honestly, ain't nobody got time for that. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like if you're happy and you're content with where you're at in life, and you're trying in all the other aspects, I'm okay with that. But if you're gonna resent me down the line, then definitely no.
I think we're done with this topic, guys. Like, it's, I think, a lot of feedback. I personally want to tell you that I struggle between Beyonce telling me to be an independent lady and getting my money and being a trophy wife. I don't know which one I want. I want both of them. But some days I get tired and I'm like, I'm never going back to work. I'm tired. I want to be fed and have grapes put in my mouth and have that luxury life. And then the other days I'm like, I have somebody. So it depends on what kind of day you have. So have